and welcome to Age Friendly Yoga. I'm Sarah Husher and I'm here with my coworker Loretta Stiles. We both work for the City of Cleveland Department of Aging. So today we are going to do a chair yoga sequence focused on more flowing movement. So before beginning any new exercise regimen, it's a good idea to talk to your doctor, make sure that it's safe for you, and if you get the okay, as we're practicing, just listen to your body, and if anything doesn't feel right to you, feel free to opt out. Just observe if something does not work for you. So all you need to do or need for chair yoga is a nice sturdy chair and comfortable clothing so you can move easily. It might be a good idea to have a water bottle nearby as well. So our segment today will have 4 sections. We'll start with centering, we'll move on to a breathing exercise, and then our chair stretches, and then finally end with meditation. So flowing movement is very good for your joint health. It also helps to increase relaxation. It has a sort of meditative quality to it. Last thing that I really like about flowing movement is we get to use a little bit more creativity. So let's begin with our centering. So I'll ask everyone to just let yourself get comfortable. Let your feet rest on the floor. If you'd like to, you can close your eyes now, or maybe you find a point that's not moving to gaze at. So just let yourself soften and relax. Feel your feet resting on the floor. Feel your seat in the chair. The back of your body resting against the backrest. So before we begin this flowing movement, we'll begin with the centering, with a sense of anchoring down through the feet. And then we'll move into our breathing practice. We're going to do a 6 counted breath today, and we'll do 10 rounds together. So just be aware that not everybody breathes at the same pace. So we're going to breathe for 6 counts, but if you begin this with us and you start to feel dizzy or just not quite right, feel free to change up the number of counts that you do. So you can open your eyes now if you'd like, or keep them closed. It's your choice. Let's start with an exhale, and then inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5th round, everyone. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last round, everyone. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can let go of counting now and just pause for a moment and notice how you feel. So our breath can be like an anchor for the mind. If we bring our attention to our breath like we just did for those last 10 breaths, it helps to kind of reel in the thoughts and helps us focus. Also helps with relaxation. So hopefully you felt some of those benefits. If not this time, it's a great idea to practice repeatedly. Also, one other note when doing a counted breath like this, and I should have mentioned this before we did it, you want to breathe in slowly the whole 6 counts. So usually you need to start a little slower so that you can make it last the whole 6 counts. So just a little note for next time. So we'll move into our chair yoga section now, and we'll begin with a pose called mountain pose. So you'll bring your arms to your sides. You'll lift the very top of your head up towards the ceiling so you get a nice long spine. The chest is slightly lifted here, and your body is basically you're feeling engaged here. So you're not over stiff, you're not over relaxed. You're finding that middle ground, starting to step into the body. Very good. Relax your hands now, and we'll move on to the neck and a little bit more of that flowing movement. So bring your chin to your chest, and then your right ear to your right shoulder. Go slowly. Chin to the sky. Left ear, left shoulder, chin to the chest. Let's go one more time clockwise. Nice and slow all the way around. If you haven't opened your eyes yet, this would be a good time to do it. And we'll meet with our chin to our chest. Okay, other direction. Left ear, left shoulder, chin to the sky. Right ear, right shoulder, chin to the chest. One more time, counterclockwise, nice and slow. Breathing as you go, just kind of enjoying the movement, noticing how it feels in your body. Let's meet with our chin to our chest. And then you'll slowly lift up your gaze, and we'll move on to shoulders. So arms out to your sides, elbows bent. Take nice big circles with the shoulders. And you can play around. How does it feel for little circles? How does it feel for bigger circles? What feels good in your body today? And let's switch directions. Very good. Breathing as you go. Nice. All right. Relax your arms, palms facing out. So now we're going to link our breath to our movement. We're going to be lifting our hands all the way over our heads. If your arms do not lift this high, just go as high as you comfortably can. So as you inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down. We're going to do this 10 times. We're on time number 3. Inhale up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Exhale down. Nice and slow. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. It's like you're moving through water here. A few more times. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, release. Breathe in, reach, and breathe out, release. Pause for a moment. We're doing kind of a lot with the arms here to begin with. So now reach your hands forward, palms facing up. We'll bend at our elbows, bringing our fingertips to our shoulders, and then we'll open the elbows out to the side, and then reach out. Coming back to center, palms still facing up. Bend at the elbows, fingertips to shoulders. Open your elbows out to the side, and then reach out. Again, reaching forward, bend at the elbows, perfect. Elbows open wide, and reach out. Back to center, bend at the elbows, open, reach out. Let's do 2 more times. How are your arms feeling? I'm getting a little tired. Open out. Reach out and back to center. So yeah, you really can get a good amount of exercise right here in your chair, right in your living room. Reach out and then back forward. Let's release the arms down, rest for a moment. Okay, so wrists are next. Bring your arms forward again, and we're just gonna draw circles with the wrists. Nice flowing movement. Again, you decide, little circles, big circles, what feels good. Switch directions, circling around. Good. Okay, now bring the hands forward, and we're just gonna stretch out the fingers. So take your fingers as wide as you can, hands like starfish here, and then fists. Fingers wide, and fists. Fingers wide, and fists. Perfect. Wide, and fists. Okay, release your hands down. So now we're gonna warm up the spine in a nice flowing movement. You'll wanna scoot forward just a little bit in your chair so you have a little more space. And we're gonna move through a sequence called cat and cow. The first time we move through, we're gonna hold it for a few breaths in each pose so we can really feel into the pose. Then we'll do it one breath, one movement. So resting your hands in your lap, take an inhale, lift your chest, look up, breathe here, a couple breaths. So hold the pose, not your breath. So the chest is widening, the throat is open, and you're making kind of a U shape with the spine. Now on your next exhale, let's curl into cat. So you look down, you round the back, so kind of like a little humpback. Your shoulder blades are widening while your chest is narrowing. Okay. Back to center, and then we'll move one breath, one movement. Okay, ready? Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round the spine, shrug the shoulders. Inhale, lift up, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, lower. And two more times. Breathe in, open chest. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, open chest. Exhale, curl in. Okay, nice. So next we'll move into the core. We're gonna do sequence I like to call core twists. So we're gonna bring our arms up, so elbows bent and forearms about parallel with the floor. And let me kind of demonstrate first, and then we'll move together. So we're gonna be moving side to side like this, but what I want you to do is to move from the center as opposed to arms leading and you following. Move from the center and then arms follow from there. So I make a point about that because that's gonna help us engage into our core instead of using our momentum. Okay, so just moving side to side. So you can go a little deeper, do so. And again, bring your attention to the center of your body. So kind of like a inch or two behind your belly button, right in the middle. Move from there. Wonderful, good. A few more times. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and stop. So this next one, we're really going to get into the legs. So Loretta and I practiced this yesterday, and we both felt a little sore. So we're going to use our hands to hold up our leg. Some of you at home might find this a little tiring, and maybe you place a book or something under your thigh to help lift your leg. So we'll start with the right leg. We'll take our hands under the leg to lift it up a little bit. And what we're gonna do first is we're gonna draw circles that originate at our hip. So we're moving the knee, but the focus is on getting into the hip. Yes, yes, you got it. So circling around. Feels pretty good in the hip. Let's switch directions, everybody. Circle, circle. Okay, we'll rest for a moment. Go ahead and set your leg down. So we're basically going to be moving down the leg joint by joint. So hand behind that leg again. This time keep the hips still if you can and just move the knee. So it's like you're drawing a circle with your foot. Good. You can play around with little circles, big circles. Some of you maybe even get fancy and do like a figure 8. I'm not going to do that now, but you can kind of play around with it. Let's switch directions, circling from the knee. All right, and once again, go ahead and rest, sit back for a moment. Okay, so next we have ankles and toes. So hands behind the leg again to support an ankle. We're just gonna kind of twist the ankle around, nice and wide. Try to keep the shin relatively still as you move the ankle. Let's switch directions. Okay, and in the next one we can release the leg or release the hands, bring the leg forward, and you can't see it because we're wearing shoes, but what we're gonna do is widen the toes and then let them relax. Widen the toes, so my fingers are acting like the toes here to show you, and relax. Widen and relax. Okay, pause for a moment. Notice, notice how each leg feels. So I know like my right leg feels a little longer, maybe a little heavier than the left now. We'll move on to the left. So hands underneath the leg to support it. And again, we'll start with the hip. So you're trying to circle from the hip, circling that knee around, good, so that you get into the hip. Good. Switch directions. So these exercises, I mean, they're really good for everyone, but in particular, those of you out there that spend a lot of time sitting, it's good to, get some movement, and you can do that right there in your chair. Okay. And release, pause for a moment. And then once again, hands behind that left leg. This time we're gonna rotate from the knee. So keep there we go, the hip still, circle the leg. So not only do these poses kind of strengthen and relax, but they switch directions. They help us just become more aware of our body, increase our body awareness, which is good for avoiding falls, things like that. Okay, release again, and then on to the ankle and toes. Support once more. Circle the ankle, so try to keep that shin relatively still as you circle the ankle, and then switching directions. Okay, and then you can release the hands, just extend the leg, and we'll do the toes. So maybe some of you are just in your socks or barefoot and you can see it a little better, but we're gonna open up the toes, so spread them wide and relax. Open the toes and relax. One more time, open the toes and relax. Okay, so this is our last sequence here before we move on to our meditation. This is a hip opener and a twist. So let's start by crossing our right ankle over our left knee. So this pose is called Pigeon Pose. This is the seated version, and some of you may, if you're familiar with yoga, you may have done this pose. You can do it on your back or reclining on the floor. So all these poses have different variations you can take. So if you're not feeling too much here and you'd like more sensation, you can try pressing down on the right knee. So where we're trying to get the feeling is in the right hip. You can also try lifting the left knee a bit, and you do this by lifting the heel of that foot. So just find the place in this pose where you feel a good sensation, you feel the most opening, but you're avoiding any discomfort. Okay. So now we're going to twist, and we're going to twist to the left. So you'll turn to your left. You can maybe bring your right hand over towards that left foot, your left hand on the side of the chair, and take a nice deep twist. Breathe here. And then back to center. Good. Nice and slowly Release that foot back down to the ground, and then we'll switch sides. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. Okay, allow yourself to get situated and maybe add some of those embellishments I mentioned before, which were pressing down on the left knee or lifting the right knee a bit in order to create more sensation in the left hip. So as I think I said before, this is a hip opening pose. And then from here, we'll take a twist, this time to the right. So you'll take a hold of the side of your chair on the right and twist to the right. Breathe and follow this twist all the way from the tailbone to the top of your head. So it's almost like you're a towel wringing out, like a wet towel wringing out the water. Breathe. And then back to center. Okay, good. So now we'll prepare for our meditation, and we're going to do a guided relaxation with a water theme today. So let's get a little relaxed first before I dive into it. So both feet on the floor. Get comfortable in your chair just like we did at the beginning. So feel the seat beneath you, feel the back of your chair. Allow your shoulders to relax. And if you'd like to choose to close your eyes, you can, or you can find a point to gaze at. Take a few deep breaths. And allow your face to soften. So creating a little more space between your eyes. Allowing your jaw to relax. And what I'd like you to do is just to simply listen to my voice and visualize the scene that I am describing. If your mind wanders to other thoughts, just notice that you've done that and bring it back to my words, back to my speech. Okay, ready? So imagine that you are near the ocean, just before sunrise. Perhaps you are on the beach or a hammock or a dock. The ocean is very calm. Most of the water looks very smooth, but you can see small ripples where gentle, peaceful waves roll in toward the shore. Take a few moments to imagine this scene. Picture all the details of this relaxing place. The sun has not yet risen, but the sky is just starting to get light. The air is cool, comfortable, and pleasant. The temperature is very pleasant. A calm and comfortable morning. Imagine the feel of a slight, gentle breeze on your skin. The breeze blows just enough to move the leaves of palm trees gently back and forth. Maybe you can even hear the sound of these palm trees. The leaves of the trees make a dark silhouette against the gradually lightening sky. Imagine the fresh smell of the air, the smell of the clean water and sand. It is a refreshing scent. Now picture in your mind the sound of the water lapping against the shore. The sea is so calm. The waves are very quiet, but you can hear them as they move gently and calmly. So let's continue picturing this scene for just about 30 seconds. We're just going to sit in silence, picturing this scene. So go ahead and start now. And everyone become aware of your breath again. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Gently wiggle your fingers. Let your head come side to side. So we're just kind of very slowly, gradually coming back. If you have not already opened your eyes, go ahead and slowly open your eyes now. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining Loretta and myself for age-friendly yoga. And just wanted to take a minute to tell you about one of the very helpful programs that we have at the Cleveland Department of Aging. So we are part of the ADRC, which stands for the Aging and Disability Resource Center. And there's kind of 4 components of the Aging and Disability Resource Center. We have a different staff person that does each of these sections. We have someone that does information and assistance. And the other section is access your benefits. That's where you can do like a benefits checkup, I should say. You fill out a questionnaire, find out what benefits you might be eligible for and how to apply. We also have the Economic Security Project that assists people with financial matters. And then finally, the position that I have, it's called Options. It's a long-term care counseling, which focuses on providing information and assistance with people seeking long-term care services in their home or in a facility. So to get connected with any of these programs, you can contact our main phone number at the department, which is 216-664-2833. Thank you again so much for joining us, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.